Hi there, this is Paul Rao with Technically Speaking at Source Allies. Today we're going to talk about date-time formatting on the web. For the past couple of decades, since the beginning of the web, we've had a need to format dates in user-friendly ways, month, day, year, year, day, month, day, etc. And since almost as long, we've had a bunch of different date libraries that we've pulled in to do this work. Moment.js is a popular long-standing one, Luxon, DateFNS, various UI libraries provide this functionality. So, and that's all fine, but there's actually a newer and better way to handle this particular problem. We can use the built-in date libraries that are built into every browser. The Internationalization API and the DateTime format class within it gives us the capability to format dates and times in locale-specific ways automatically without having to pull an additional library. So I want to just give a quick overview of that library today. We'll work through a few examples so that hopefully you can look at pulling this into your next project rather than having to install an additional dependency. So I'm on the Mozilla developer docs here, and this is what the key piece is here, this intl datetime format object. And the way it works is you new one up, and then you can call .format on it to format a date object. So let's get ourselves a date object over here. Just do this in the console real quick. And then if we were to do a new intl datetime format and then call .format and give it a date, we get back a date string. Now this is formatted month, day, year, which is a common formatting here in the United States. We can also control the formatting of that date by handing it a date style. So in this case, short is going to give me 10/26/23. There's actually a lot of different date styles we can pass in, and these are just shortcuts for more complicated formatting. So for example, if we pass in full, long, medium, and short, the 4 date styles that are available, we get Thursday, October 26, 2023, and then as you can see here, various shorter and shorter and shorter versions of that date. So, for example, when you're talking to your business, your user experience folks in your team, and they're talking to you about putting a date on the screen, rather than trying to look up the capital M, lowercase m, %d, dd format strings, you can simply say, I'm just going to provide a datetime format in the medium style or the short style, and then trust the datetime format to parse it, print it accordingly. We can also do the same thing with times as well. So again, take a date object and hand it to datetime format. And if we say time style short, we get 1:11 p.m. And the same shortcuts are available for the time style. So we can do 1:11:27 p.m. Central Daylight Time, very verbose, all the way down to just 1:11 p.m., the short style there. So that's all great, but what happens if we want a custom format? Like maybe I like this format here, but I really want a 4-digit year. Then you can actually provide options for each individual part of a date. So in this case, I'm saying I want the year to be numeric, I want the month to be a 2-digit month, and I want the day to be a 2-digit day. And I get 10/26/23. If I were to do this again and say make the month, let's see, well, they're both 2-digit years right now. So if I said 2-digit year, I'd get a 2-digit year. And of course, if you provide both a date style and a time style, you'd get a date and a time. So that's great. So that's all fine. But what if your application is used internationally, outside the United States? You could certainly do a bunch of complicated date format logic, or unfortunately, a lot of people just force the US date format onto everybody. But we can actually go ahead and use this API for that as well. So if we pass in this first parameter instead of undefined, which just picks up the system time zone, or system locale, I should say, we can actually pass a specific locale string And if we do that, then we get, in this case, Brazilian Portuguese, which, as you can see here, has a completely different date style and time style than the United States. One last trick is that if you have a range of dates, let's say you have a start and end date of something, or a start and end time of like a calendar invite or something, you can actually pass both dates to format range, and it will give you a nicely formatted range of dates. In this case, I'm saying from 111 to 115, the duration of this video. And since they're both the same day, it just gives me the date once. So next time you're looking to reach for Moment or some other library to pull in to parse dates, look at the built-in native date formatting and internationalization APIs built into every browser. This has been Paul Rouse speaking technically with Source Allies. Have a topic you want to see covered? Comment it down below. If you want to know more about Source Allies, check out our website in either the description or our profile. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.